Oh, Jesus. Come on. Come on, use power steering. When you're a Chad like me. So that is probably the most addictive way that you can get to 60 mile an hour, I think. Hey, let's do it again.
Big knob.
That ain't too bad, that. So guys, yeah, hello, welcome. We're in the practice car, finally. Some of you guys might have known this thing existed, some of you might not have known. But basically, given that my big Dutty time attack build MX5 is always broken. It's not always broken, it's being prepared for next season. I wanted something that I could drive and use for practice. So I got in touch with the lovely boys at MTech, as I always do, and I said, what should I do? You know, I've had turbo cars, I've had big turbo cars, MX5s, and they've always been quite leery. Can you make me something that's a bit more suitable, I think, for taking around the circuit, and a bit more in keeping with what an MX5 should be, in my opinion, anyway. So this is it. This is my Mark 1 Mazda MX-5 on the throttle bodies, ITBs, baby. Now, apologies for the bumps. This isn't really set up to be on the road at all. It is road legal, it's just not road nice. Oh, proper noise that, proper noise. It's just started raining as well, which is a real shame because the tyres we're on aren't really tyres that are meant to be in the wet, if I'm completely honest. They're okay. But yeah, a bit more about the car. This is the MX-5. I bought this MX-5 last year for about, I think about £2,000 I bought it for here in the UK. It started off life as a 1.6. It now has a 1.8 VVT engine out of the Mark 2.5 MX-5. And that produces at standard around 145 horsepower, which was still 45 horsepower more than the 1.6 engine I had before. We then put a set of Gen V throttle bodies. I say we, the guys at MTech. I did nothing apart from sit there and go, please do that. Oh, bloody, which saw another jump in horsepower from about 145 to just under 180 horsepower naturally aspirated, which in this thing is more than enough, and it means whenever you fancy it, you can just have a nice little the great thing about this car, right, the great thing about it is that whilst I'm here, you know, I'm jobbing around a little bit, you don't actually go that fast. That there was me getting to the speed limit. So yeah, the purpose of this car, as I said before, is a practice car. A car that I can hopefully make a lot of content with and get out on circuit more and just have track time. This year I've been fortunate to do an absolute ton of racing. I'm in 6th gear already. I'm not used to having the 6-speed box. I'll get into that more in a minute, by the way. I've been really fortunate to do a lot of real life racing. But in between, you know, test sessions, I've not actually been on the circuit at all. And I've been watching a lot of my boy Danny DC2, and he's got the right idea. He's getting a lot of seat time in just anything. So I think this will be my car to get seat time in and just practice getting this car sideways, practice putting it in situations where it kind of shouldn't be in, just practice coming back from it again, just so I understand that low speed mechanical grip better, because a lot of the season's been about aero, and while that is important to learn, it's a bit different, of course, driving something with this sort of power and this sort of tyre as well. So this video is sort of sponsored by ME, the guys who make the ME442 and the ME221. The ME221, of course, being the ECU that saved my big boy Mazda. At Brands Hatch, when an oil fitting let go and we just pissed oil everywhere, it immediately shut down my engine and prevented any damage. And in fact, actually, of course, this is not really due to the ECU, but it was just a cool little coincidence. It went back on the dyno to be tested to make sure it was fine, and made more power than it did before. So obviously that ECU did its job there. It's also the reason why we're making so much horsepower in this thing. 175, 180 horsepower on a good day as well. Naturally aspirated using that ECU, and it's this car, despite it being on bodies, is actually quite drivable. So big thank you to the guys at ME for sponsoring me that ECU. And it's not often I get to do a product where I'm actually super happy to do a sponsored piece, because I've used it and it's saved my ass a couple of times. So yeah, thank you very much. You might also have noticed I've got a massive knob right here, big knob. This is an ISR shifter, and I wanted it because I don't like the short shifter down here. I want a short shifter but with extra girth, extra long. So went for this one. Really nice, really positive shift feel as well. Still getting used to feeling the difference between fifth and third though, which is a scary thing because they're quite close. And just trying to make sure there's no scary moments there, you know. Right, about to come onto a dual carriageway. Let's give it some RPM. Miss the shift. Oh, it sounds good, doesn't it? And again, you can just do that and you just about get to the speed limit. So it's not the fastest car in the world, this, but really gives you a lot of smiles. And you can drive this thing at 10 temps pretty much anywhere. Whereas with a turbo car, you know, I mean, for the same sort of money as getting throttle bodies and about 170, 175 horsepower, you can get about 230, 240 from a turbo setup of a similar cost. So that 240 in a little MX5 is a lot. This feels like it's like the perfect amount to make it what an MX5 sort of should be, in my opinion, which is this little Larry 4-cylinder angry thing that makes all the right noises. Oh, come on, Citroen C4. The only downside, though, to it being on throttle bodies is that it really isn't a car that's designed to drive on the road. And what I mean by that is that the mapping is very much, it's there to work when you need it. About 5,000 RPM plus. This thing revs to 7.2. We're on stock cams. The car doesn't really come alive to above 5,000 RPM. It's like a Mazda in its sort of stock form. There's no power till right at the very top, and even then you want a bit more. This feels like what I would imagine like a level 1, like a level 99 Mazda. You start with level 1 Miat, level 99 Mazda Boss. This is it right here. And because it's designed for track use, we've got Meister R suspension. We have 205, some Enki 15x8 wrapped in a 205 Advan. I think it's AD08. I'll have to double check the tyre. Some extra cooling as well. We have gearbox. I didn't even mention the gearbox. Sorry. We have the 6-speed out of a 2.5. It originally had a 5-speed in it before, with a 1.6 flywheel. Super light flywheel. It means it's almost difficult to go slowly this because it revs so damn quick. You don't get bored of that. That is a very, very special noise indeed. I love it. Fucking love it, man. And this little Mazda, I hope, is sort of the start of not a new direction for the channel, but a new project for the channel. Next year, we're hitting a lot of the real life racing hard. There are some massive announcements coming for the Time Attack Mazda. We're moving up a class, is what I'm going to say. That's about it, but you're not going to recognise the thing. I know we didn't see much of it, but I'll get into sort of why that happened in another video, I think. But and I really want to spend next year honing my driving in real life. I feel like I just need more time on circuit. I think I made some really good progress this year with my driving. I'm far, far away from being where I want to be still. So any chance I can get onto track, any chance I can do anything, I will be doing that in this car and in other cars as well, which you'll hopefully see and hear about very soon. This guy's sending her off the roundabout. Let me in. Let me in. See, honestly, this car... Oh, Jesus Christ. This car is not quick in a straight line. In the corners, from the little taste I've had, it's going to be an absolute weapon, just like an MX5 should be. You know, whenever I do one of these videos, I always think to myself just how fortunate I am to be able to do silly stuff like this and even have something like a practice car, for crying out loud. Like, what's that about? You know, this journey as a YouTuber and a racing fan, and I guess now a racing driver, has been something that I always say that I could never have predicted, but I'm internally thankful for. And the fact that I get to enjoy this car in its form that it's in, and get to use it often and get to hear it and get to get the smiles it delivers. Super thankful for that, really am, and I can't wait to bring you guys tons of content next year with both the Mazdas and hopefully some other racing cars too. But yeah guys, that is my my track car, the ITB Mazda MX5. Having a lot of fun with this car, just driving it around, despite the fact that it's really not very good at driving around on normal roads, etc. But really looking forward to getting this thing on circuit, taking you guys with me of course, and showing you what it's capable of, hopefully upsetting some Porsches. And if you guys enjoyed the video, as always, feel free to tap that like button, subscribe, do all the good stuff, and I'm super looking forward to next year's content. I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to it, because it's going to be a whole lot of fun, trust me. Oh, and guys, regarding track days, etc., if I end up booking any, do you reckon it'd be a cool idea if I sort of let you guys know where I'm going and maybe we can all be in the same track together? That could be pretty fun, maybe. I don't know. It's just an idea. But take care, have an awesome day, and I'll see you all next time.